the chemicals that take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun.
स्टार्ट ला दो यार हो तो.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Admin Sunny, and you're watching Sunny's GK World. Means Sunny is the channel which blogs general knowledge of the entire globe. Now, this is a very, very beautiful and a very, very important video for those who are interested to know something more about the world. So here, that's why I have created this beautiful channel, so that my all Indians, Asians and international friends get engaged to learn more in their life which they don't know at all. Now here are few human beings which are of very, very under painful conditions, and they are leading a very, very tough life for the God they have received from the God. Now, here I will going to talk about a woman who lives in water. Her name is Aruna Ghosh from India. Who is Aruna Ghosh? Aruna Ghosh from West Bengal suffers from a rare and painful medical condition. Whenever the wind blows, her entire body experiences unbearable pain. This is her very, very deep problem. As if her skin is burning, like she feels that her skin is burning in a fire. To get relief, she spends nearly 14 hours a day submerged in a nearby lake near to the house. The water soothes her pain, allowing her to survive. Because of her poor financial situation, the conditions are not like that, so she can able to take a proper treatment for the problem. Now she cannot afford hospital treatment even, and instead depends on the lake for comfort. Her life is a heartbreaking example of human tolerance against extreme sufferings. Now who is number 2? The world's dirtiest man, Amu Haji from Iran. Amu Haji from Iran became world famous for his unusual lifestyle. He reportedly lived to be around 87 years of age right now. Though the text says 181, and had not bathed since 1954. Since 1954, he has not taken any bath. Now this is very, very ridiculous to watch and listen about this. More than 60 years man, he has not taken bath. He feared that bathing or coming into contact with water would make him sick, so he avoided it completely. This is a human mentality when in problem. Layers of dirt covered his body, man. He also hated fresh food and water. Instead, he drank animal urine and ate decayed meat. To trim his hair, he would burn it using fire rather than cutting it and using water somewhat. He preferred to sleep and rest in dirty surroundings. His strange habits made him known as the world's most dirtiest man ever. Now, here comes number 3. The man who lives in an iron lung, Paul Alexander, USA. Paul Alexander from USA. Actually, Paul Alexander is from Texas, USA. Contracted polio when he was 6 years of age. The disease paralyzed his lungs, leaving him unable to breathe naturally since the year 1950s. He has lived inside an iron lung, a large metal machine that helped him to breathe. For over 70 years, Paul has lived inside this device. He studied, became a lawyer, and even wrote a book of all while being confined to the medicine. His story is one of extraordinary perseverance and adaptation to a mechanical life. Now here, number 4, the man who lives in a swamp. Now he is Miguel Restrepo from Colombia. Now Miguel Restrepo, a former drug addict from Colombia, decided to live in a sewer tank with his wife and dog. The sewer, just 3 meters long, has become their home for over 20 years now. He once lived on the streets and struggled with addictions. When he decided to quit drugs, his family and friends abandoned him, left with no money or home. He made the sewer his shelter. Inside, he has built a small kitchen, an oven, a TV, and even electricity. He decorates his home during festivals, proving that happiness does not always depend on luxurious life or from palace or from any well-cemented house. Happiness can come from any other places also if you are satisfied. Now here comes number 5, the man who raised his hand for 47 years. Sadhu Amar Bharati from India. Sadhu Amar Bharati, a Hindu holy man from Delhi, has kept one hand raised above his head since 1973, over 4 decades. It was as a form of devotion to Lord Shiva and as an act of renunciation from worldly attachment. Due to keeping his hand raised for so long, the muscles have withered and the arm has become stiff and stuck in position. It's painful but powerful symbol of his faith and spirituality towards Lord Shiva. Now here comes number 6, the man who has not cut his hair in 50 years. Since 50 years, he has not cut out his own hairs. Tran Van He from Vietnam. Tran Van He from Vietnam avoided cutting his hair for 50 years because he believed he would fall ill or may die if he did it. Very, very ridiculous all these things to hear that if you cut your hair you may die. What type of thinking is this? Over time, his hair grew into a huge coiled bun, measuring several meters long and weighing several kilograms now. His fear of bad luck turned into a record-breaking achievement. He became known as the man with the longest hair in the world. Wow! Now, on number 7 comes another gentleman, the man who has not eaten or drunk anything for 70 years. Prahlad Jani from India. Prahlad Jani, a holy man from Gujarat, claimed that he did not eat or drunk anything for over 70 years now. Man is terrific. He believed that divine energy and air were enough to sustain him. Even scientists studied him in hospital for weeks and found no evidence of food or water intake. This is the proof of what you are voting for. Johnny also claimed he did not urinate or defecate, saying that yoga and meditation helped him control all bodily needs. His case remains one of the great medical mysteries, man. Now, here comes number 8. The conjoined twin who lived for 66 years, Ronnie and Tony. Carry on from USA. Ronnie and Tony, you are great, man. Ronnie and Tony, carry on, were conjoined twins born in the US, United States. They shared the same abdomen and lower body. Doctor said that would not live alone. They will not live long, but they defied all expectations and lived 66 years. How medical failed us for saying that they will not live long. Where is that doctor? Then why are you saying if you are a doctor, you are not a god man? This is my interpretation for any doctor in the world. God has given, he will prove, not any doctor. You doctors only examine. You cannot be forecast, okay? Setting a world record for the longest living conjoined twins in the world. They performed in very serious during their youth and later become local celebrities for their resilience and cheerful attitude towards their life. Beautiful, very nice. I like it. What can doctor do? Doctor is not God man. Number 9 comes the girl who lives in a plastic tub. Rehma Haruna from Nigeria. Rehman Haruna from Nigeria was born healthy, but at 6 months old, a mysterious illness stopped the growth of her limbs. Her arms and legs moves, leaving her unable to move. Since then, she lived her entire life in a plastic tub, which her family used to carry her from one place to another place. Despite her condition, she smiled and dreamed of owning a small grocery store. Wow! Her story inspired millions worldwide before she sadly passed away at the age of 98. So sorry for that. God will give you another chance, another life. My wishes, my prayer for this beautiful girl. So don't worry, I pray for your soul and in sunny here. Don't you worry. The man who lives alone in Antarctica is Alan, Antarctic researcher. Finally, there Alan, a man who lives entirely alone in Antarctica, one of the coldest and most desolated place on earth. He worked as a researcher or station keeper, surrounded only by snow and ice. No trees there, no animals there, and no other human for hundreds of miles from the area. Despite the dislocation, Alan finds peace in his secluded areas and you can say solitude, and has adapted to life in one of the hardest environment on the planet. Now, these are 10 gentlemen about which I have talked about. Now, the conclusion here is this story shows that the world is full of incredible and unusual individuals who live in ways most of us can't imagine, man, where by choice, by faith, by circumstances, or by illness, each one of them teaches a unique lesson. Aruna reminds us of strength in pain. Number two, Amuhaji of defense against norms. Number three, Paul Alexander of courage in limitations. Now, next one is Miguel Restropo of hope is poverty. Another one is Amar Bharati of spiritual devotion. Dan Van Hay of faith in superstitions, and Prahlad Jani of mystery beyond science. Ronnie and Donnie, the two brothers of brotherly brotherhood in unity. Rehma Haruna of acceptance and the grace. Alan of endurance in loneliness. They are living or we are living. Testaments be to how was. He said it is a dramatic lifestyle and it goes like that if the God has provided. This is Admin Sunny saying goodbye to all my fans and friends who are watching my video. Before leaving this video, I only request to hit the subscribe bell and like under this video so that you never lose the upcoming another story on this channel, and make sure to hit the subscribe bell and like on my all other music channel also, movie channel. Sunny's Explain Movie channel is just launched so that you can understand the movie story fully in my style. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to follow the Facebook page, Instagram page, Thread page, and take care of yourself. Bye.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I hope you love this video. Before leaving the video, I request you once again to hit the subscribe bell and like under this video and share this video link and the link of the channel on WhatsApp group, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest group, so that others can the same knowledge as you got. Thank you so much. Keep loving the world and keep supporting.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Admin Sunny's GQ World. I am Admin Sunny, making disclaimer from my side that this is the video I have created only for educational and promotional use so that a visitor, a fan can increase his own knowledge for the world. Let's begin today's video, man.
Architecture, purpose, and cultural significance. The Great Wall of China, a monument of history, defense, and civilization. The Great Wall of China is not a single continuous structure, but rather a remarkable series of walls and fortifications built over a span of more than 2,300 years. Its purpose was primarily defensive, to protect the agricultural heartlands of northern China from the raids and invasions of nomadic tribes from the steppes of Mongolia. Beyond its practical function, however, the wall became a powerful symbol of Chinese unity, strength, and endurance. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987, it remains one of the most iconic landmarks of human civilization. Early construction, fragmented walls of warring states, 7th century BCE to 3rd century BCE. The story of the Great Wall begins in the 7th century BCE, when China was divided into small rival kingdoms. These states were constantly threatened not only by each other, but also by nomadic groups from the north, such as the Donghu and the Xiongnu. Chu State, one of the first to build defensive barriers. It created the so-called Square Wall, designed to protect its northern capital and territory. Qi State constructed large defensive embankments using rivers, hills, and man-made walls. The Qi Wall stretched to the Yellow Sea, built with tamped earth and stone. Yan State erected two defensive lines, the Northern Wall and the Yishui Wall, against nomadic threats in rival states like Qi and Zhao. Zhao, Wei, and Zheng states each developed